Today, we will be studying phrasal verbs with the particle off. Off combines with verbs to express the idea of leaving a place and moving towards an ending or change of state. Let's explore some examples. First, we have lift off. This phrasal verb means to leave the ground, especially referring to the takeoff of aircraft or spacecraft. For example, the rocket is scheduled to lift off at dawn. Next, we have head off. This means to go in a certain direction, start a journey, or leave a place. For instance, I'll head off to the store before it closes. Moving on, we have send off. This phrasal verb means to dispatch or mail something by post. For example, I'll send off the package to the customers tomorrow. Then we have slip off. This means to quietly or unnoticeably leave a place. For instance, she slipped off the party without saying goodbye. Next, we have clear off. This means to remove or leave a place quickly. For example, clear off the table before we start dinner. Moving on, we have see someone off. This means to go to the place that someone is leaving from in order to say goodbye to them. For instance, I'll see you off at the airport. Next, we have doze off. This means to fall asleep, especially unintentionally or briefly. For example, I dozed off during the boring lecture. Moving on, we have break off. This means to suddenly stop speaking or doing something. For instance, the negotiations broke off without reaching an agreement. Next, we have run off. This means to leave quickly or hastily. For example, I need to run off to catch the train. Moving on, we have run something off. This means to run off copies of something, which means to print them or to quickly and easily write something that is usually slow or difficult to write. For example, could you run me off 5 copies of this, please? Or, you can run off a statement for the press in half an hour. It would take me all day. Next, we have put something off. This means to postpone or delay something. For instance, the meeting was put off until next week. Moving on, we have put someone off. This means to stop someone from doing something. For example, he keeps asking me out and I keep putting him off. Next, we have off-putting. This means unpleasant or discouraging, causing one to lose interest or enthusiasm. For instance, the bad smell in the room was quite off-putting. Moving on, we have hold off. This means to delay or postpone, often in the context of action or decision. For example, let's hold off on making a decision until we have more information. Next, we have turn someone off. This means to cause someone to lose interest or become unattracted. For instance, his rude behavior really turned me off. Finally, we have laugh something off. This means to dismiss or minimize the seriousness of something by laughing about it. For example, she tried to laugh off the embarrassing situation. That concludes our study of phrasal verbs with the particle off. Remember to enable subtitles for better understanding. Thank you for watching.